ein aleha maziva. A roof that doesn't have any plaster.
Where are we going?
On top Tezvav Amud Aleph. We're going to move quickly, but with clarity, with Siyata D'Shmaya.
First paragraph.
Yeah, first paragraph.
Oh,
And we're going straight through. It says the Heilige Gemara here. You ready? Tikra she'ein aleha maziva. A roof that doesn't have any plaster on it. So all you have is boards, right? Rabbi Yehuda Aimer. Now Rabbi Said, there's Rabbi Yehuda Aimer. Rabbi Yehuda says. Beishama Aimer. Beishama says mifakfek. What should you do to make the sukkah kosher? We'll see the problems in a minute or two. But what should you do to make the sukkah kosher? Mifakfek. Mifakfek means you should lift it up like this, pick it up and down. And v'noitel achas mi beitayim. Take out one of the boards and replace it with schach. So there's two things Beis Shammai. Again, Rabbi Yehuda says that there's a machlekes Beis Shammai and Yisrael what to do.
Which part of the boards?
You have a roof of many boards. So what should you do to make your sukkah kosher? We'll see in a minute what the issue could be. So Rabbi Yehuda says that Beis Shammai holds you have to do two things. The fakvik means lift the boards up and down. And v'noitel achas b'meintayim. Also take one of the board, take a board out and take every other board out and insert kosher schach. Beis Hillel says no. V'fakfek oy noitel achas b'meintayim. Take either lift it up or just take out one of the boards, or take out the boards and replace them with good schach, every other board. So that was Rabbi Yehuda who held that there was a machlekes Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. Meir says no. Noitel achas mi beintayim. You just take every other one out. Ve'enei mefakfek, and you don't have to lift it up. You don't have to shake it. Period. Zok the Heilige Gemara. Bishloim Beis Hillel. I understand why Beis Hillel. Now we're going in Rabbi Yehuda. Either or.
Yeah.
Rameir says do any one of them, and it's okay. No. Rameir says no. I apologize, Rameir. I don't know what you're saying. Bishloim, I'm saying Rameir. Bishloim Beis Hillel. According to Rabbi Yehuda. Bishloim Beis Hillel, it's in Rabbi Yehuda, right? Rabbi Yehuda held that there was a machlekes Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel.
Yes.
Bishloim Beis Hillel, I understand Beis Hillel's eitzah, his advice, either or, right? Exactly. Bishloim Beis Hillel, you can write on top either or. Tamayu, their reasoning of Beis Hillel that the issue with our sukkah, mishum tasav leim na'asoi. It's because tasav leim na'asoi, which means a person just made his regular storage house or whatever else he was living in into a sukkah. So we have a regular roof. That roof was never put on for the purpose of sukkah. So Bishloim Beis Hillel Taimayu, the reason of Beis Hillel Mishum Tasalim Na'asoi. So the problem was it was never made with intention for sukkah. So imifakfek, if you lift up and down avlei maisa, you did a valid action. Inoidal achas mi beitayim, if you just took every other one out and replaced it, avod b'maisa, you did a valid action.
There's a Rameir, right?
Yeah. This is either one. Either one would be good according to Beis Hillel. Ella Beis Shammai, but Beis Shammai, right? Beis Shammai, my tamayu. Beis Shammai who said do both. You can write Ella Beis Shammai. Beis Shammai who said to do both. My tamayu. What's the reason? Why would you have to do both? Imisham tasav leimena asoi. If the issue is tasav leimena asoi, make a dash b'chad asagi. Anyone would be fine. Would be sufficient. B'chad asagi. One of them would be sufficient. B'chad asagi. One would be sufficient. Now we write imisham gzeres tikra. If he's also worried, imisham gzeres tikra. If he's also worried about gzeres tikra. Which means Gezeres Tikra Rabbi Sai, Gezeres Tikra was that a person should not use boards. A person should not use boards of large boards that are 3 or 4 tvachim wide because he'll confuse them with his roof. So Im Yishum Gezeres Tikra, if his issue is Gezeres Tikra, then if he's also worried about having a good roof, B'naitel Achas Mi Beintayim Sagi. It would be enough to take out every other one, and then you cover both issues.
You have 8 tefachim in the middle.
Exactly, Rameir, Shkech Rameir, exactly. If you take every other one out and you place with good schach, you'll have gotten rid of the problem of Tasav Leimana Asai, and you'll have gotten rid of the problem of Gzeris Tikra. Avrami, that's good? The Gemara
Avrami,
says...
how many are you going to have in the middle if you take off every other one?
So Rabbi says...
How many tvachim?
The Gemara...
8 tvachim, good answer.
The Gemara says...
I remember that move your reason.
Tesvav Amar Aleph.
Hey, Yehuda, what's up?
Wait, Remy's not here?
He's right there.
Babysitter. Remy, know the Gemara good, please.
The Gemara says,
Chazar,
Tezvav and Aleph. Let's go. Tezvav and Aleph. The Gemara says, La'olam really, La'olam, Rabbi say, La'olam really, Beis Shammai, add the word Beis Shammai. La'olam, again, Beis Shammai is worried, Mishum Gzeris Tikra. Beis Shammai is only worried about the issue of having a roof. Gzeris Tikra means he doesn't want to have wide boards. It says that's his only issue. And so why do you say you have to do both? Why did Beis Shammai say to do both? This is what he was saying. This is what he was saying. Even though you already lifted one up, right on top. It's not
every other one,
right. Even though you already lifted up, if you go and take every other board out, only then it's good. Only then is it good. You have to write that in. Only then it's going to be good. Eloi, if you don't take every other board out and replace it with good schach, loi. Your sukkah is not a good sukkah. Good? So Rabbi Sai, right now, hold your finger here and look at the Mishnah for a second. Now let's read the Mishnah together. Look at the Mishnah for a second and the clarity will be here. Tikra she'ena lamaziva, a roof that doesn't have any plaster. Look at this. If you did mifakveik, you must take one out. Good? So according to Beis Shammai, exactly. According to Beis Shammai, what do you need to do? According to Beis Shammai, the only thing that's good is amazing. Because so according to Beis Shammai, the only thing that will help is if you take every other one out. And now let's read the Gemara Biter. Good? So Beis Shammai says take every other one out. You ready?
What are you doing? Taxes in the middle of Shiur?
Right?
It's T4ing. He's the only guy in the should actually pass the pay taxes.
You ready? Beis Hillel says, do either one. Look at the end of the Mishnah. You ready? Eli, stay with me here. Rameir Oimer, the end of the Mishnah. Take every other one out. Rameir just said the same thing as who? Says the Gemara. Jump back to Gemara. If that's your explanation in Beis Shammai. If that's how you explain Beis Shammai. Ema Seifa. Let's look at the end of the Mishnah. Rameir says, take every other one out. But don't lift up and down. Rameir saying the same thing as Beis Shammai. Rabbi, it's like, and I remember.
Again.
Yes, if that's how you explain Beis Shammai, what does that mean, Rameir?
You need both.
Beis Shammai holds.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just Naitach.
Amazing. Ema Seifa. Look at the end of the Mishnah. Wait, Rebelli, get involved here. I need you here.
Come on, Eli.
No, I need you in the Gemara.
You in here right now.
You need some.
You need
You need some.
I put my 11th grade joke. At least open your Gemara.
B'dafkana.
Ema Seifa. Say the Seifa.
We don't have to record this one, we have this on recording.
Rameir says you take every other one out, but don't lift it up. Rameir, Hainu Beis Shammai. It comes out Rameir is going like Beis Shammai, and the footnote was the footnote on the side was it's unlikely that Rameir would go after Beis Shammai. We don't hold like Beis Shammai. So it's unlikely that Rameir would follow Beis Shammai.
Aren't they for two different reasons?
Aren't they for
two different reasons?
No, Rameir would
always I thought he was a
when you have him and another Meira, but not another Tana, but he wouldn't go like Beis Shammai. Rameir would not we always go like Beis Hillel. So it's unlikely.
Aren't they just fighting? Aren't they fighting over the reason?
Go a lot like him, right?
So 1 second. The Gemara answers. So Rameir Hainu Beis Shammai question mark. The Gemara answers. Hachi ka'amar. This is what Rameir was saying. Hachi ka'amar. This is what Rameir was saying. Rameir wasn't trying to say I go like Beis Shammai. Rather, Rameir was saying Lo nechlu Beis Shammai Beis Hillel b'davar zeh. Rabbi Shammai Beis Hillel are not arguing. I'm going to say something that's not like Beis Shammai. It's like Beis Hillel because I'm like Beis Shammai because I hold there's no machlokes. So when Rabbi Huda came along and gave an opinion for a mayor, and he gave an opinion for Beis Shammai. Rabbi Huda gave an opinion for Rabbi Huda gave an opinion for Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. Rameir came and it looked like he was going like Beis Shammai. The Gemara is saying he wasn't going like Beis Shammai. He was saying everyone agrees to this. He was arguing on Rabbi Huda. Rabbi Huda came along and said Beis Shammai says this and Beis Hillel says this. Rameir says no. Everybody holds like this. I'm not picking Beis Shammai.
What the Naito?
Huh? Yes. Rameir says that both Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel agree. You have to take one in between. Amazing. So now Rabbi said, period. Very good. Is it clear? It's clear, Eli? Fine. Says the Gemara.
I needed this iron there.
Yeah, but he says Veinu Mefakvik about it.
Good.
Well, in the fact it means only thing that's gonna help.
But he says only we gotta take one out, but you don't have to pick it up.
I mean, they don't do that. That's Shum Levan.
That's what Meir is saying.
No, but Rameir's Rabbi Yehuda told us about Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel, right?
Right.
And Rameir looked like he's saying like Beis Shammai.
Only on one part, not on both.
Yeah, because we just said in the Gemara that Beis Shammai really holds you have to do only one.
No, meaning
The Gemara said that Beis Shammai really agrees only one. So it looks like Rameir is going like Beis Shammai. We're saying no.
So the bottom line is everyone's mask we need to be Naito, except Rabbi Yehuda Beis Hillel.
Mo is saying Gavaldi. Everyone holds you got to take one. According to Beis Hillel, you can do either one.
And Rabbi
Yehuda, amazing. Now look at the Gemara. Rabbi say, my Kamash. The Gemara says, no, look at this. My Kamash on the Rameir. My Kamash one. What is the Mishnah teaching us? My Kamash one. What is the Mishnah teaching us? The Rameir who holds you have to take one out. Islay Gezeris Tikra. He's worried about Gezeris Tikra. He's worried about the roofs. That's why you got to take it out. Zolotov, it's not a good roof. Take it out and put it in kasher schach.
Even according to Beis Hillel.
Right? Rabbi Yehuda, less like Gezeris Tikra. And Rabbi Yehuda does not hold of that. And that's what Rabbi Yehuda says. Rabbi Yehuda in Beis Hillel. Write that down, Rabbi Say. Rabbi Yehuda in Beis Hillel. We always focus on Beis Hillel because that's what we pass like. So my Kamashman, what is the Mishnah teaching us? Exactly. My Kamashman. What is the Mishnah teaching us? The Rameir Isla Gezeris Tikra. That Rameir is worried about Gezeris Tikra. Rabbi Yehuda, right on top, in Beis Hillel. Less like Gezeris Tikra. He's not worried about Gezeris Tikra. That's why he said you could do any one. You could either pick it up or you could, right? Vafligu b'chad zimna. We already argued about Gezeris Tikra.
That's fine.
You ready? Look at this, Rabbi say. They already argued about Gezeris Tikra once before. They already argued about Gezeris Tikra in the previous Mishnah. The Tanan, as it says in the previous Mishnah, Tezvav Amud Aleph, Misachin ben Nesarin, you can cover your sukkah with boards. Dibber Rabbi Yehuda. This is what Rabbi Yehuda says. So Rabbi Yehuda Beis Hillel agrees this is not an issue, right? So you see clearly, Misachin ben Nesarin, you can cover your sukkah with boards. Right? Yeah? Shabbos.
You wish.
Misachin ben Nesarin.
We make fun of Mayor.
Misachin ben Nesarin.
No, seriously, you were done. There's nothing done about it.
Yesterday.
It was Chazar Thursday.
I know, but we had. 1 second.
No,
He was right.
Thursday.
I'm like, look at the Rabbi like, what's going on
Also,
here?
I missed Wednesday.
No, Rabbi says,
you're
you're
supposed to.
I'm sure 1 second. I like to interrupt, but I'm sure no.
I want to make fun of this, therefore.
Please.
I don't know who's davening for this, but I'm not able to fix my phone, and therefore I can't post anything on the chat.
Hey, by you.
The Olam is pushing on Chofesh Achshav, and but only 1 second. My phone works when I get into the car, but I can't text anything. So the guy told me he's going to fix my phone. He'll do it for me tomorrow, Mitcham. I went back to him today. I said, so he said,
gluing it back together?
No, he has all the parts.
It costs a total of
So
like
Boyside,
$60
tomorrow-
to get it on.
No, not
$250.
Is the machine
$250.
go?
Yeah.
I'll buy you a brand new phone for $45.
$250. But anyhow,
No, they don't
he's
have
fixed
these
it.
phones
Not
for
these.
$45.
Only smartphones are $45.
No, you get-
The only
You
smartphones
get
are Walmart
no,
are
you get the
$40.
Alcatel phone.
I
Okay.
thought they're unbreakable though.
Yeah, as you see, they
No,
are.
the Nokia.
Yeah, the 2 pieces. The other half also works.
Yeah.
Give it Boyside. Let's come on, Boyside. Let's go.
Seriously?
No big deal. 10 more.
Says the Gemara, Boyside. You ready? Says the Gemara. Chavra, let's go. V'afligu b'chad zimna. You ready? Boyside, let's go. We got to hurry up. We have to chop right here. You ready? Yehuda, you ready? Yehuda, you got it? Yehuda, v'afligu b'chad zimna. Oh, 1 second. Boyside, let's go. V'afligu b'chad zimna. They already are. 1 second. Hold on. No.
I need to make sure.
1 second. V'afligu b'chad zimna.
I'm going to go down and because maybe some
V'afligu b'chad. Here's the bottle.
Fan.
Down for tax.
from fraud.
They already argued on Al Gezer's Sukkah once before. The time we learned in the previous Mishnah, Mesachim is Sarn, you can cover your Sukkah with boards. Not the Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda Beisil says you can pick it up and down because he's not worried. You see in the earlier Mishnah also not worried. Rameir Oyser, Meir says you can't do it. Question mark. So Rabbi Say, you see they already argued about Gezer's Sukkah. What's going on now? Question mark. Amar Rabbi Chia bar Abba and Rabbi Yechanan. Reisha, the first Mishnah. B'nisar Mishupan Askinan. We're talking about smooth kalim. You ready for this?
Less than 4.
Amazing. Smooth kalim, even less than 3. Is less than 3, less than 4?
Less than 4.
No, it's machlokes.
Right, you're right. Let's suppose a big chiddush. So okay, so right, look at this. Smooth boards that are small and they don't have a problem of Gezerus Tikra. That was a footnote. The first Mishnah was not about Gezerus Tikra. The first Mishnah we learned, not about Gezerus Tikra. So we have smooth boards, look at this. Umishum Gezerus Kalim Naguba. That was a machlokes. Are we worried if you can use smooth boards, maybe you come to use boards that are already kalim. Smooth kalim, right?
Which is Makabal Tuma.
Which is Makabal Tuma, and it's not going to be good. Amazing.
It doesn't specify what type of board, so maybe
Plywood.
Maybe you can use that type of board.
Oh,
Use plywood.
So look at
Use
this.
that as right to later on.
Look at this.
He doesn't say
He's worried. We're worried if you can use these boards, maybe come to use boards that are really are kalim. Look what the Gemara says. So I say the first Mishnah is a Mishnah. Are we worried about a gezerah? Can I use these kalim? I'm worried about these kalim are really good. Can I use these kalim and I don't have to be worried that I'm use bad kalim? So Rabbi Huda says
yes.
good, and Rameir says no. Wait, look at this. Rabbi Huda Amarav, but we have an opinion of Rabbi Huda Amarav, the Amar that he says tzicha bechitzin. You can cover your sukkah with bechitzin is chitzin. Chitzin zacharim. Male arrows, male rods, Rabbi said male rods are like this, male rods like this, and if you have, look at this, if you have a wooden, look at this, Rabbi say, look at this, chitzin zacharim, Rabbi say, chitzin zacharim are okay because they're wooden rods that have a point at the end. And they're not a kli. That's totally okay. The problem is are we worried that you're going to come to use what they call nekavos? Nekavos are boards that actually has a hole, and that is a kli. So the Gemara right now says Hudam Rav, the Amar Hudam Rav that says, I want to chap right. You could cover your sukkah with male rods that have a point. Kishera, that's kosher because they're not a kli. But if you use the female rods which have a hole, pesula, that's getting puzzled. Now look at this. V'loi gazar, and he's not concerned zacharim about using the male ones atu nekevos about you for that. Maybe I'll use the ones the female ones, the ones with the hole. He says use the male ones. How come he's not worried that even if you use ones at point, you can use the other ones? They're always together. Question mark. So Hachanami, not question mark. I'm sorry. Hachanami here too. Leinigzer Nasar Meshupin in the Mishnah. Don't be worried about flat boards atu kalim because don't say that we're arguing about using the flat boards because you might use the good boards.
We already know he's not choshesh.
We already know that exactly. We know that Rabbi Yehuda Rav is not worried about that. Rabbi Yehuda Rav never tells us don't use these things because I'm using the bad things. So what is the first Mishnah talking about? We don't want it to talk about Gezerus Sikra. Why not?
Because you're going to say that it's already...
Because that's...
Rabbi Yehuda holds
the first Mishnah.
Because no, our Mishnah is Gezerus Sikra. So we don't want this one to also be. So
I'm not giving share.
So maybe to be talking about Gezerah about the Kalim. Good answer, but Rabbi Yehuda Rav says we're not worried about that. What are you going to say now?
We see that from Chitz and Zchar.
We're not worried about it. So what is this Mishnah talking about? The Gemara answers. Look at this, Rabbi Say. Ella Arkachach, you must say Reisha Pligi B'Gzeris Tikra. Ooh, the Reisha is arguing about Gzeris Tikra. The Sefer and the Sefer Pligi B'Gzeris Tikra. Now put a comma. The Fligu B'Tarti Zimni Lamali. And why do I need to argue? Why do I need to bring the argument twice? The Fligu B'Tarti Zimni Lamali. Why do I need to bring? Why do they question mark? Why do they have to argue about Gzeris Tikra twice? Seifa, the Gemara answers, Seifa, the second Mishnah, Rabbi Yehuda, the Ka'amar Leil Rameir. It was Rabbi Yehuda's response to Rameir of the last Mishnah. Rameir and the last Mishnah said you can't use it because the Gezer is Tikra, you can't use boards. Ashav, and our Mishnah, it's a continuation. Look at this. Look at this. Amai, this is what Rabbi Yehuda is saying in our Mishnah. This is really what he's trying to say. Amai Ka'asarta b'Nesarim, Mishum Gezer is Tikra. You, Rameir, why did you say in this Mishnah that you can't use it because of Gezer Tikra? Hi Svara. That's Svara l'Beishamaihu. That's only Beishamai the Islahu that he holds of that. He's worried about that. Only Beishamai in our Mishnah, Rabbi Yehuda.
What's the Svara? High Svara that what?
High Svara of Gezer Tikra. The issue of Gezer Tikra, that's a Beishamai issue, and that's why he brings down Beishamai in our Mishnah. Ubeisala loy Gazri. Ubeisal's not worried. So why do you have an issue with it?
Well, that's good with either or.
I'm sorry?
Because we hold like Basil.
Yeah, we hold like Basil. Very good. Exactly.
Why are you mixing Mishnahs over here? Why is he answering me from another Mishnah now?
Because the two Mishnahs seem like they're saying the same thing. They both bring them the same machlokas. So why would they do that? So we say really it's one conversation. It's a continuation, one hemshech.
So when Rabbi Yehuda doesn't just put both of them together?
You're right. He did it. He did as he did. Later on, they split it up and they made Gemara.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, so Rabbi Yehuda only did the Mishnah, so it was all straight. So let's start off like this. Rabbi Yehuda says, don't you you can use the boards. Rabbi Meir says they can't use the boards. Akshav and Mishnah, Rabbi Yehuda says, the boards that Beisil hold is good. Beis Shammai says it's bad. Rabbi Meir, what's the issue? Beisil hold is good. Rabbi Meir, look at this. You ready for this? Rabbi Meir answers, no, and that's the last Rameir in our Mishnah. You told me it's Beishamai, nah. Beishamai don't argue about it. They both hold that there's you have to be worried about Gezeir's Tikra, exactly. And therefore you have to take one out. Is that clear, Rameir? Let's move along. Rav, this is all good. Domer machlekes b'sheish ben arba. Rav says, Rabbi says, look at this. Our Mishnah says a roof. Guys, come on.
You guys trading Pokemon cards over here? What's going on here?
I want to memorize my credit card number so I could buy some.
You ready for this? Rabbi said, listen to this. Our Mishnah says tikra. Tikra means any type of roof. Ready? Tikra means any type of roof. That means even a roof that's the boards are 4, the boards are 3, any type of roof. Look at this. We have a machlekes Rav and Shmuel. Which board?
We had one.
We had a machlekes earlier. Which boards is there machlekes about? Rabbi Yehuda and Meir. Rabbi Yehuda and Meir argue about boards. Yeah, you agree? Yeah. What type of boards do they argue about? If it's 3 or 4. Right. Rav says they argue about 4. Hey, stop that, Chaimo.
Most of 3.
Meir says Rav 4. Meir taught us that. Rav 4. Rav holds the argument is about 4. Rav 4.
Because Rav 4, the
Rav
car.
4, remember?
You told me
Yeah.
Wow.
Rameir holds they're only arguing about 3.
I wasn't here.
So look at this. Rav. This whole explanation is good according to Rav. The Amar machlekes b'sheish ben arba. This whole machlekes is good only according to Rav. The way we just explained our Mishnah is only good according to Rav. The Amar that Rav says machlekes b'sheish ben arba, when the boards have 4. The Rameir Isle Gezer's Tikra. Rameir is worried about it. That's why in our Mishnah Rameir says it's not good. You have to take one out. Rabbi Yehuda less Gezer's Tikra. Rabbi Yehuda holds that you're not worried about it, and that's why according to Rabbi Yehuda and Beisela, what can you do, Rebelli?
Lift it up.
No.
Take one out.
Amazing. Oh, so wait a second. So I'm sorry. Rameir holds. Excuse me. Let me be clear. According to Rav holds an argument about 4. So our Mishnah, which says Tikra, means also 4. So that's why the machlekes is very good. We see clearly the argument about Gezer's Tikra. However, the Rameir holds it. Rameir is worried about Gezer's Tikra. That's why you got to take one out. You got to rectify the whole. And Yehuda holds exactly. And Yehuda holds and Rabbi Yehuda holds that 4 is okay, right? So therefore, just according to Basil and Rabbi Yehuda, always go Basil, pick one up, and that's fine.
That stems of the Shakra Tiger.
That stems exactly. That's how the Gemara the whole answer will flow. However, look at this, Rabbi Sai. Elo Shmuel holds the Amar. He holds b'she'ein behen arba machlekes. Shmuel holds that when there isn't 4, there's machlekes. Means when it's 3 to 4, it's a machlekes. Al v'yesh ben arba divrei kol psula. Everyone holds his puzzle. If everyone holds his puzzle, Rabbi Sai, Seifa b'may pligi. What is our Mishnah arguing about? How can they argue? They both agree that 4 is a problem. According to Shmuel, everybody agrees 4 is not good.
Why can't I mention the
Only Rabbi Yehuda holds that 4 is
It
good.
says tikra, and tikra means any size. Tikra means a roof, and typical roof is 4. Yeah.
So only Rabbi Yehuda will be the one that will hold it allowed to.
Oh, but second. But according to Shmuel, 4 is not good. Not according to Rabbi Yehuda, not according to Rabbi Meir. So what are the argument of Mishnah? How come Rabbi Yehuda says it's good? The Gemara says, "Pligi, you're right. Pligi bibituli tikra comiflically." They're arguing whether you can be mevatel a roof, which means, let's say you made your sukkah ready and you use the boards. You're not supposed to do it at the beginning, but let's say you did it already. B'diavad, can I say achshav? I'm being mevatel. I'm making it a sukkah. Does it work now? Of course, at the beginning, if I want to put 4 on, this is 4. Can I put it on?
We said with the straw
No.
thing, it's not going to work.
It's like nobody holds if I want to put 4 on, it's gonna work. The question is, if I already did it, it's called b'diavad, b'diavad. Can I say achshav? My boards are 4. Everybody holds this puzzle, but I'm gonna say now it's good b'diavad. If I did it already, can I say it's okay?
Why isn't it different
For sure
than
can't
the
eat under
hay
it.
situation?
Oh.
Even if you hold its bottle, you still can't
Why is
eat
it different
under
than the hay
it, right?
situation where you
One
had a hay
second.
house?
Mar savar batlo b'hachi.
Dug it out.
Rabbi Yehuda holds. One second. Rabbi Yehuda holds. It's gonna be bottle, and it's gonna be okay. Umar savar b'hachi loy bottle. It's not gonna be good.
If you hold that its bottle, you still can't sit under it though.
It's
It's a kasha sukkah. It's not a vatal of a sukkah.
Well, the
Sukkah is a
b'diavad.
kasha sukkah.
Yeah,
You
but-
can eat under it.
Yeah.
That's
what we're saying. If you already did it, yeah.
Hold on, how's
Even
not-
according
how's-
to Yehuda, you can't
Of course,
eat under it.
because you're saying so here I hear
By the straw thing.
you're asking.
That was by the hay house.
I believe
Not by
Rabbi,
the house.
maybe over here there's a mila because you're mevatel. What? You're right. So here we'll waive
Oh, but it's not
the
outside.
issue, the rabbanan issue. Exactly. That's what we're saying over here.
No, it's not-
Let's
it's not
hop right in. We
something
just have 5 minutes left. Let's see if we can move along. This is a whole new Gemara now. Hamakar sukkah b'shipudin. If you covered your sukkah with metal spits, oy baruchas emita, or the sides of a bed, imish ravach b'neihen. If you have space
What's
that's
the
equal,
score here?
what's like
Rabbi Yehuda shem nasr lenesa shereichav avar tefachim k'sheira ve'ein yishen tachta.
right.
La yoshen tachta v'lo yotzei di chavasa.
אינו יושן, אבל לא יושן אתה יכול לאכול.
So I believe over here. I
No?
believe in our case over here.
What, if I'm allowed to eat?
Wait a second. Hold on. That first of all, that could be very good. Very good.
That's in the middle.
No, no. That's going to be. No, I don't want to say that's in the middle. No, because then we spoke over there. That's on the side. So it says the Gemara. Look over here. I feel the Rabbi Yehuda apostle. One second. Hold on. Mali zo fine. Abel hash the zu tikra haisa. It already was. Ubali de maisa last Hashem sukkah. Now I want to do it. And now this is what he's saying over here. By saying I'm making it Hashem sukkah, says Rashi. You're making it known that I'm aware of the issue of taslav and asay. Of zemach yidesh amar tayr taslav and asay. Pliga Yehuda Rameir. Ika, could you have to still be worried about Gezeir's tick or not? Interesting. They say if I come and I say I know this is not good, this is a problem, but now I want to be about it. In this case, there seems to be room to be makel and waive the Gezeir de Rabbanon. You're asking very good. Why didn't we give that suggestion earlier on? If you put it on, why can you be mevatel it? This was a ready-made house. You made it for the sukkah. That could be a little bit of a difference. If you have a house and I want to make the house, but the cash is stark.
Oh, what's the question?
Earlier on, we said that you can't have a sukkah if you have a board of 4 in your sukkah, you can't sleep underneath it. And over here, we're saying this is going to be a good sukkah. Why over there did we waive the issue? And over here, we're not.
So here we're saying it's not a
Only
problem.
because
Why do we waive the issue over
Over
there?
here, and over here, we're saying
Over
it's
here
a
we
good
said if I
sukkah.
can't find it.
But the evidence, it's a good sukkah. And over there, we said you don't sleep underneath it.
Make me wait online for hours.
Ta'ar is a shtar.
Online.
Says
Wait,
it.
isn't that where Rashi says that
VIP.
is the most more mitzvah or something?
VIP.
Yeah,
Huh? Well, why is this any
You get
different than
more
the
than a
Yisrael
buba.
situation?
we're doing that right now.
Oh.
Hamakar sukkah b'shapudin. If you cover your sukkah with metal spits are makabel toma. Ay baruchas emita, or use the sides of the bed. We'll go into that a little more later on. Imish revach b'neim kamaisan. If you have a space between them that's equal to the size of the spits, kisheira, it's kosher. If you filled it in with good tzrach, it's kosher. You filled it in with good tzrach. We added it. Kisheira, it's only kosher if you add in a good tzrach. Period. Hachayte begadish, if you hollow out a stack of hay. Right? Last is like sukkah. If you want to make a sukkah, like it's not a good sukkah. Tassel and asay. Says the Gemara. Lema tevet yufta Rav Huna. Let us say that our Mishnah knocks off Rav Huna. Is a question of Huna knocks him off. Why? Great Rav Yeshua. Why? Itmar. We learned regarding an erev. Paritz ka'aymed. if you want to make an enclosure, if the gaps in the fence ka'imid are equal to the standings part of the fence, you're allowed to carry. But you're not allowed to carry. So our Mishnah, so we see 50-50 according to Rav Huna is not good. Parts ka'imid is not good. Our Mishnah said if the gaps are the same,
It's good. Share
then it's good. No, my kamaisan. What does it mean? The same, the equal in our Mishnah. My kamaisan. What does that mean? Benichnas v'yaitze. If the nuschach can go in and out easily, which means
a bit wider.
it's a drop wider. Benichnas v'yaitze. Look, Rabbi Sai. Look at this for a second. If I could put this siddur is all the same size, but I say I could put it in easy, in and out. That means there's a little bit of extra space. So Achshav, the majority is going to be kasher, right? Because if it's very tight, bad, good, bad, right? But if it's a little bit, if it's not so tight, that means I'm filling it up all the way with good schach. I always have a little bit more schach than the pasul. If the space, then I'm going to put the kasher schach as a drop wider. Then it's good. Says so. So my go in and out easily. Look at this on my side. But you can make it exactly equal. Who said the Mishnah is talking about what's a drop wider? But you can make it exact. So why should we say that it? Rav Ami still the ma'adif. Ma'adif means you made
larger hole.
Yeah, but ma'adif, you made it larger. That's what we're talking about. You made it larger. You made the holes larger.
If it was exact,
yeah, if it was exact, it would be a problem. Rav says, "Afilu teima b'sheim adif." You can even say you didn't make it larger. You ready for this? Kama b'sheim adif. Look at this. Im hayu noisnim shesi. If the metal was what's shesi?
Wide.
Shesi means in the going with
horizontal and
going shesi lengthwise. Shesi, then you know what you should do?
What is our
We wrote lengthwise last time around.
Lengthwise.
So,
Am I nice as Shesi? If the metal was lengthwise, nice and arev. Put it on the width. Look at this on my side. Put it widthwise. Look at my side. Look at this. Can I have
pencil?
No, look at this on my side. Watch this. Here, look at these two siddur Rabbi Sai. Look at these two siddur. Hold on. Okay.
This case right here.
Yaakov. Oh, there you go. You see these two siddur? The space is exactly the same.
Avrami, you see?
Avrami, the space over here.
It's very important.
Show them the picture.
It's exactly the same. But look what you did. You put this and it went a drop over the edge on both sides. So what happens is this part becomes bottle. It's like it's not here. You know why? Because it's being used as to support the kasher.
Oh, it's like the roof situation.
It means this is not really being a roof. It's just using to support the kasher
So
side.
that's not really, you're not allowed to eat under them?
So over here you cannot eat underneath it, but now you need your sukkah kasher.
like the three-sided walkway thing.
Sorry?
The metal is touching the spout.
This is the wood. The wood is on the metal, but the metal is now acting just as supports for the.
bottles.
Oh, it could touch it. It's being used as supporting it. If you look in the back of the Gemara, you'll have a picture of it in the back of the Gemara. Okay.
But it's become a Thomas, no?
Yeah.